It's a wonderful event, and thank you all for coming here today. And don't forget to make checks. Yeah, yours, not cash, checks. Yeah, to Arab Shif, and welcome. Rodeo reality. Little. Rodeo reality.
Oh, no, it's Shif.
Okay.
Edvard, thank you, and Sid and Linda.
Funniest entrance ever.
Thank you so much for being our host tonight, and thank all of you for coming. I feel a little like Caesar up here. It's my goal to get through these comments without falling down the stairs. But I really appreciate your coming and appreciate your support. Those of us that have a 2-year term look with great envy on our friends in the Senate who only go through this once every 6 years. But I'm so grateful to meet many of you and to see some old friends as well. It's a challenging time here at home. It's a challenging time around the world. And I thought I would just touch on very briefly some of the things that we're focused on. And if any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to entertain them, or I'd just be happy to go and have a glass of wine and relax. Here at home, it's all about the budget. We have 2 milestones we have to meet. By the end of July, we have to figure out how to raise the debt limit. And this is kind of a obtuse concept, but basically, the government has a credit card. We run up our entire credit limit. And we don't have to call the credit card company to raise the limit, but we do have to pass a law to raise the limit. It's not about incurring new debt. It's about making sure we pay the old debt. And it's something we have to do, and if we don't, our creditworthiness will go to the ground. But there's a wide gulf between the parties about what to do before we raise the debt limit. And I'm very concerned that we're going to be in this high-stakes game of chicken. And the nation's economy is going to hang in the balance until we get through this game of chicken. But we will get through it because we have to. We really have no choice. But once we get through that, then we're on to another hurdle, which is the budget for next year. And we have to find a way to pay down our debt, to deal with our deficit, but at the same time not do it in a way that is going to shortchange our future. And there's an expression that I think much applies here, and that is, don't eat your seed corn. There's a lot that we can cut, a lot that we're going to have to cut, and a lot of it's going to be painful. We're also going to have to raise revenues. But at the end of the day, we don't want to cut education. We don't want to cut, I think, investments in our future, and I put high on the list, weaning ourselves off of fossil fuels and off of foreign oil. So an investment in renewable energy and new technologies, that is part of our future. It's an economic imperative. We're going to lose a lot of these jobs to China and India and elsewhere if we don't learn how to innovate and manufacture in this area. It's an environmental imperative. It's a health imperative. It's also a national security imperative. If we could tell some of the oil-producing nations of the world they can take their oil and stick it, it would be a very liberating thing for our foreign policy, and it would make us a lot safer at home. Take away the petro-billy club from the Ahmadinejads and the Putins and the Hugo Chavez would be a great thing for this country. So this, I think, is an imperative that we don't want to undermine by cutting indiscriminately. Around the world, very challenging time. We obviously had some very positive news